I'm setting up. Okay. Thank you for coming to today's free online lesson. And for our free online lesson for today, we'll be discussing on the topic of the do's and don'ts with AutoCAD. I'm setting up. My name is Muhammad Nasrul Shafwan, and I'm from Acadsystems. And for today's topic, it will be like the tips and tricks. For today's, what we want to focus is the efficiency, faster, and practical. Before I start, I will share a poll to you guys to know what is your background. And also, thank you for coming, ACD, DTRC, Design, CA59, and also Akasi Group KL. Okay, we have half of the people. Okay, now I will end the poll. Okay, and here we can see that we have two architects and also two others. Okay, it's okay. We are sometimes all of the background use the AutoCAD, so it is good to come to this free online lesson today. Okay, our first objective is to make your CAD life run smoother. First, we have the explode versus burst. Next, we have purge, audit, and minus purge. And also we have updates. And also, I'll be switching this back and forth between the slides and the AutoCAD. First, do use burst command and don't use explode command sometimes. Okay, in this context, what we are talking about is to explode the block. Okay, like I will show you here. What we have here is we have two simple blocks, and then we have two blocks with attribute. So block with attribute is the block that we have defined the data and also the attribute when we want to insert it. Okay, in here, let's say I will use explode here. You can see that it breaks down into a few polylines. And if I use burst, it will also do the same. Okay, now the difference is when you are doing this on the blocks with attribute. So what you will see is, let's say I put explode. You can see that the attribute that we already defined, when we input the block with attribute, it will break down into the name of the attribute itself. And if we use the burst, you can see that it doesn't revert back to the attribute type, and instead it changed the attribute into M text. Okay, so it is useful if you have a lot of block in your drawing. Okay, next, do use purge command and also audit and recover, and don't use minus purge unless you know what you're doing. Okay, in this context, if let's say I have this drawing here, you can see that this drawing is big, and also I know that in architecture firm you have a drawing that is much bigger, and then also you have a lot of drawing. So if you have a lot of drawing and your file might be bigger, so what you want to do is after you finish your drawing, you can use purge to see. Okay, you can see here, this is the purgeable item, and then we have the non-purgeable item. The purgeable item is the item that you can purge. Okay, let's say I want to purge blocks, layer, and also the line type. So I just purge check item, okay, and then purge all check item. Okay, the use of purge is sometimes if you have error, it will remove your error, and also it can also reduce your file size a little bit. And next is we want to do the use audit. Okay, just type audit, and then you can see that it pop up the fix any error detected. Okay, Y for yes, and then you can see that it will check all the items in your drawing. Okay, you can see here it audited, and it say here total error found 1 and fix 1. So if you finish your drawing and then you want to know if your drawing have error or not, you can try to use audit. This is because audit is a great tool to help you in order not to lose your progress or your drawing. And if let's say you have a lot of error and you can't open your file, you can also use the recover. And then you just select your files. Okay, just you can open any of your file that you would feel like it is have few error. Okay, now we'll proceed to the why I said that we cannot use the minus purge unless you know what you're doing, because with this tool it may delete some of the CAD important data, so you have to be particular on that. Okay, next is do update the AutoCAD that you are using. Okay, right now you can, if you are a AutoCAD or any Autodesk desktop app user, okay, you can see that we have the Autodesk desktop app on this, or you can also search on the Windows, just type Autodesk desktop app, but I already have mine open, so you can see that on the update here we have updates. So if you are an AutoCAD user, you can see your updates, and also it is important to update your file, especially on the licensing part. Okay, also in this link we have the link here. Okay, if you have a few updates, as let's say you are using AutoCAD 2021, or you can also change your version based on what you're using. You can use your software in your language pack if you are using your AutoCAD with your company which is based on other country. So please do update the AutoCAD that you are using. Okay. Next, our second objective is the efficient way to accomplish tasks. We have quite a few here. We have our drawing tabs, our scaling, which is annotative versus standard, and we have our action recorder. We have tool monitor, copy paste versus copy clip, trim and extend, and select similar. Okay. First, the number 4, do right click on your DWG tab. Okay. Why is it we have to do that? Because sometimes if we have, let's say like me, I have only 3 drawing, it's okay. And also maybe if you have a lot of drawing and then you already done your drawing for quite a few days or weeks, and sometimes you forget your file where you put it, you can just right click on your drawing tab. You can see we have the new, open, close all, and also we have the open file location. So if let's say these two I haven't saved yet, and also the villa project here, just right click and open file location, it will open where your location of your file is. So it is more efficient instead of you just go to your computer and then type what you want. Okay. Next, we have the annotative and standard scaling. So do annotated scaling and don't standard scaling. Okay. This is why, because I will use this simple check here. First, I will check my dimension style. I am using the standard right now. Okay. And let's say I'm using the linear. So you can see that the dimension is very small. Okay. And if you are using the annotative, okay, I will set my current as annotative. I will do the same command, deep linear, click here to here. You can see it is the same size. But for the annotative dim style, it is changed based on the annotation. Okay, right now we have the 1:1 scale. So let's say I delete this first and then I change the scale to 1:20. Okay, then I already using the annotative scaling. So just click here. Here you can see that the your annotation or your dim linear is based on your scale. If you are only doing like a few drawings, then it's okay. But if you have a lot of drawing and you are facing it every day, so you can use this instead. Okay. Next, don't forget the action recorder. Okay. For those who might not familiar or don't know about the action recorder, you can find the action recorder on the manage tab on your AutoCAD, and then you can see it has the record here. Okay, this one is using the macro tools, but it automatically creates something for you. Let's say I press the record here, and what I want to do is I will create a rectangle here, 120 to 60. Okay, and then I will create a circle. Let's say I want to meet between 2 points. This one and this one. Now I have this meet. So I can just click 25. So we have this table with round hole here. Okay, and then just press stop. Okay, right now what you see is the command. So first change the name. Let's say auto table. Okay, and then just press OK. And you can just press play and it will automatically create your drawing. Okay, you can see I delete this first, then I press play. You can see that it automatically create your action just now. So it is useful if you have a repeated action which is more than one. You can just simply record your action and then you can play it back. And if let's say right now, if I press play another one more time, it is right here. You can see it has two layers here. but I don't want that. I want to specify the place. So what you can do is on this here, specify first corner here, just click on it and right click, and you can pause for user input. Okay, what it mean by pause by user input, it will pause a little bit. It doesn't run automatically, but it will ask for your location for the path that you want to draw. Just simply I choose here. You can see that it automatically create one more. And also if you want to change the size, maybe sometimes the size of the rectangle is not same. It's also the same, just press pause for user input. And when you press play, okay, so I want this here. You see that you can specify, but you have to tweak a little bit of your circle. Okay, moving on. Okay, what you have what is the do and don't for number 7 is do use 2 monitor or multiple monitor. Okay, why I say this, because as you can see, if you are someone that do a design or using AutoCAD for construction design or anything, you might have your reference. Okay, you can see here it have on the left is the PDF from the client, and on the right is the AutoCAD drawing tab. So if you have only single monitor, you might have to go back and forth. So instead, you can just use multiple monitor to ease and also increase your efficiency in doing design. Okay, next we have the do use Control Shift C or copy paste, and don't use Control C, which is copy clip, because we all sometimes love to use Control C. Let's say I want to copy the car here. Okay, and then I just Control C, or we can use copy clip, but usually people they use Control C. Okay, and then just okay, I will paste this here, Control V. You can see that the my cursor here is not specified to any of the part here. So if I want to snap to anywhere, you can see that I cannot make it accordingly or accurately. So instead of using Control C, what you can do is you can just simply add one more key, Control Shift C. So Control Shift C, and then it will ask you to specify the base point. So by this, I can pick on the middle part here, and then I can just simply paste it, Control V, and you can see that it snapped to this back part here. One more key, and then you are better than before. And also, if you don't want to use the Control Shift C, you can just type copy base. It's the same command. First, you select your base. Let's say want to copy this table here. Okay, and then just select the object. Still the same. You see that it snapped to the point where I pick. Next, don't forget to press Shift while doing trim and extend. Okay. I have this one here. We have few lines here. So let's say I'm using extend. Okay, if I extend, we can extend this line to connect to the parallel line or perpendicular line. So just click on this, And usually if we want to trim, we just escape and press trim. But instead, what you can do is you can just shift. While using extend, you just press shift and then it will automatically change to trim. And also this will work vice versa with trim. Okay, trim, just select this and then just press shift. I haven't changed any tools. You can see that it extends. Okay. Next, number 10, we have do use select similar and do use express tools. So for the select similar, maybe we can more relate to this. Okay, let's say I have this drawing here. I have the name of the place. Maybe I want to isolate it for a while. And also I haven't put it into one layer. Maybe it's all over the layer. So I have to click it one by one. But instead, you can reduce your time by doing that on right click and then select similar. You can see that it selects the text that you are putting here in the drawing. And then you can just isolate, hide. Just simple as that. Just right click, just click one thing, then right click and select similar. Okay, the next one is the express tool. You can see that this express tool, we have the burst here, we can replace the block, and then we have the synchronized viewport. Okay, and then we have the break line symbol. If let's say you are doing, okay, you are making a drawing, let's say an electrical, you need to make a break line. And then just specify the point. You can see that it creates a break line. Okay. We also have a lot of more express tool. Okay, we can stretch object with multiple selection window. And also we have the import text style for or dimension style if you have any dimension style that you saved before. So be sure to explore the express tools here. Next, we're moving on to our last objective, which is settings that will make your AutoCAD more catered to your needs. First, we have the dynamic setting, which is we do set up the selection cycling. Okay, let's say like before, I have, okay, I will delete all this first. I will play back my drawing just now. Okay, this one. Okay. Maybe, okay, I will just simply use the same place, which is the same. Okay, you can see that it creates here. And then when I press another one, it creates on the same place. So if, because currently right now, I have the selection if you have the multiple lines on the same place. So how to open that? Okay, you can just type DS for dynamic setting. And then just go to selection cycling and then just click on allow and then display the selection cycling box. It is helpful if you are doing with, let's say you are making a house plan and then you have multiple lines on the same place. So sometimes you want to click it, but you don't know which line that you click. So what you can do is just hover to here and then just left click, and then it asks you which polyline that you want to select. See, I can just select the same line on the same place. Okay, next, what we have here is we have to set up the autosave. What we can do here, okay, we have to set up the autosave, or all our hard work and our work will be gone just like that. Okay, opening the drawing here, and then you can just type options. Okay, and then you can open the open and save tab. You can see here the file safety precaution. We have the automatic save. Okay, you can change if you know that your PC often crash, and you can make it less less minute. Let's say I have 10, I want to change to 5. Then just click apply and OK, and then your drawing will be auto save. But first you have to ensure you already saved the file so that it know where to save the file if anything happen or crash. Okay, another setting that I forgot to mention is, let's say you have multiple drawing right here, but you don't want your bottom taskbar to mix. So what you can do here is you can just simply click taskbar, okay, and then click 0. And if you have multiple or few drawings, it will combine into one AutoCAD taskbar, so that your window taskbar is not uh, full of things. Just press 0, then your file will be combined into one single file on the taskbar. Okay. Now that's it for today's free online lesson. So if you have any question and you don't understand, you can just type on the chat. Okay, and then I will try my best to answer that. Okay. While waiting for any question, I will share to you guys about AutoCAD specialized toolset. We have 7 specialized toolset, and you will only get this if you buy the AutoCAD full, not the AutoCAD LT, and also the PDMC and the Revit collection. You can get the architecture toolset, the electrical, mechanical, plant 3D, raster design, map, and MEP toolset. All of this is AutoCAD, but the tools is catered to your need. If let's say you're an architect, so you want to have the architecture toolset, you can just create wall instead of making it manually using a normal AutoCAD. You can use it the tools here. Next, you can also have the AutoCAD on any device, which is you can just use it anywhere on your phone, your tab, on the browser, anywhere. And also, I see that no question. I will launch another poll, okay, which is to ask your satisfaction for today free online lesson. And starting for this month, our free online lesson for Acadsystems will be changed from before from 2:30, and then the new time on this month onwards will be on 3 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. Okay. We have most of the people answering this poll. So I will end this sharing and free online lesson for today. And thank you for coming. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.